Hi everyone, please excuse the backdrop to today's video. I've got my husband's artwork and then a giant canvas behind me. But I've just made a video all about my nail club. I was actually putting together a sketchbook page with all of the elements of my nail club, which I'm keeping as like a little record for myself, so that I can kind of go back over the months and see how it's evolved over time. So far I started in February, and then I've done February and March, and I'm working on April at the moment. So I'd love you to watch and have a little look at all the things that I've sent out so far, and I sort of discuss my inspiration and that kind of thing as well. I will have to say, please excuse the fact that sometimes I can't get the words out. Baby brain is a real thing. And my little one is, he's only just about to turn one, and I cannot, like, I forget words halfway through sentences. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. So I apologize that the talking element of the video is probably a little bit here, there, and everywhere. But I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you really like looking at my artwork that I've created so far. Um, I'll do some more videos later on. I talk a little bit about the money side of things, and not much really, but a little bit, and how the amount of subscribers I've got and how I'm not really making lots of money with it at the moment, but eventually that will come through. But I was thinking about making another video about like the cost involved of running a mail club, and also the time, because I don't think I realised quite how much time and effort goes into creating every single little element, because it's all handmade by myself. And I hand paint all the originals and all the packaging and the stickers and everything. I do it all myself. So yeah, please do have a little look and comment below if you've got any questions. You can see my baby hairs growing through as well in the light. um, yeah, so I really hope you enjoy, and I will speak to you again soon. I started a mail club. I back in January, December, January time, I decided that I wanted to start a mail club. I've seen a few people doing it and just really loved the idea of it, really. And so I started to pull together some ideas, and I created my folklore calendar for 2026. And I wanted to expand on the folklore idea. So I started a mail club, which I've called Two for Joy, and all about the two. When you see two magpies, it brings you joy. I am one of those people that will salute magpies whenever I see one on their own. I always look at them and think two for joy whenever I see two, and I'll count them and whatnot. So it just seemed really like the perfect name for my mail club. And what I've been doing each month, or what I've done for the first month, is putting together all of the elements of the work that I've done for each mail club into like a sketchbook spread. And I really love just being able to like look back on it and read my letter and just see like all the originals and the prints and things. So I thought I'd do a video of me working on my next one, which will be, so this is February. This is the first one that I did in February, sent out to 8 subscribers. So I think I might actually make a note of sort of like how many subscribers I had as well on there, because that'd be a really nice thing to look back on. So far it's been quite slow growing. I had 8 in February, I had 10 in March, and then I've got 11 this month because I gained 2, but I lost 1. So I've only gotten up to 11 in 3 months. But because of the way things are in my life, with I've got 4 little boys, um, promoting it just isn't really something I have a lot of time for. So I'm really, really grateful for the people that have signed up for it, because it's a really lovely thing to do. It doesn't really make a whole lot of profit because I don't have very many people, and I have to buy like quite a lot of envelopes, and um, printing costs and sticker costs are quite a lot because I don't have a sticker machine, so I order them. But I'm hoping that eventually, because I've got to order so many stickers, I might eventually build up a collection of the stickers, and I can kind of sell little sticker packs of the different things, and we'll sort of see how that goes. But it's more of it's kind of a for me really than anything else, because I really wanted to learn all about folklore and nature, and I really wanted to celebrate things like, I know it's like a pagan, or there's different people celebrate different things, but the more not religious, sorry, more like nature-based celebration. So things like I wanted to celebrate the equinoxes and the solstices and that kind of thing, and just really be a bit more aware of the seasons and the nature and all that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm waffling now. So where should I write it? Let's write it here. Things looking a bit weird, but never mind. 8 subscribers for February. So let's move on to March. So February was all about the snowdrop. So what's included in the Mail Club is you get a print. So this is the original. And I actually paint on raw canvas with inks. And I've also been using a bit of acrylic gouache because like for the snowdrops, I needed a little bit more opaqueness because the inks just really sink into the canvas. But I paint onto raw canvas and then scan it in, and I did decide to make it a little bit slightly different colour. So this is the printout, but the prints you can really see the texture of the canvas, and it almost sort of looks a bit like tapestry sort of feel to it. So that's kind of the style of painting that I'm doing. So you get a 5x7 print. You also get a little mini print, and the 5x7 print is all about the folklore, and on the back of that is a folklore story related to like the snowdrops. And then for the mini print, this is always a surprise each month, and it's something either to grow or something to forage or something to plant, something that all along those lines. So I did the radishes for my first month, and I really love how this one came out. And the mini print is a chance for me to just experiment and share different sort of things that I'm doing within my art practice each month. And it doesn't have to be the same style as the 5x7 print. Then you also get a sticker. So in the first month I did 2 stickers, which is the 2 magpies. And actually new subscribers also get these 2 stickers. So any month that you join, you get that month sticker, but you also get a welcome pack with these 2 stickers as well. And then for the first month, I did a little word search. That was really fun to create. And then you get a letter, and in the letter is just a little bit about the inspiration. And then there are celebrations, nature to spot that month, and things to grow or forage. And then I designed a little logo for my envelope as well. And I also hand paint and print like the wrap, and this one I was particularly proud of. So this was a snowdrop one, and I kid you not, I spent about 5 minutes painting this, and I absolutely love how it came out, and I feel like it would make a really lovely like a wrapping paper, or just you could use it as a wallpaper even. It's just really proud of it. But this is the original sheet of watercolors that I did, and I literally just sat and sort of like looked at the snowdrops and did a real basic sort of watercolor sweep to get the feel of it, and then I put it together in Photoshop and printed it out onto vellum, which is like tracing paper. And then it just comes out really well. Love that. And then it also gets put together with a wax seal as well. So there's a lot of work goes into this, and I don't charge a whole lot for it, but it's a passion project, I suppose, is what you would call it. But yeah, I was really, really proud of how it turned out. And then for March, so this has actually got March and April here. So I'm going to take out, and my next one. So I won't show you that one. So this is March. March was all about the crocus and the story of the crocus. So I'll talk you through it as I start to sort of stick it in here. I'm just going to lay it out. So I did the crocus on the raw canvas, and then I really bumped up the exposure and the contrast in the print because I really wanted it to look. I think I did it slightly darker than this for the actual one, but this was a test one, which I'll just use for in here. And then I was inspired by a little book that I bought for my son, which is called Mouse's Wood, and it's like a little mouse, and it goes through the seasons. And in one of the seasons, he has a little picnic with a little gingham picnic blanket, and I just really wanted to do like a hand painted gingham. So again, I painted this, put it into Photoshop, made sure that it was a clear background so that you could just get the pattern on there, and then printed it onto the vellum. So let's put that on here. I don't think I've actually printed out the letter yet, so I'll have to do that in a minute. And then the mini print was inspired by Studio, I never know if it's Studio Ghibli or Studio Ghibli, but I got a book for my birthday, which is a really beautiful book about all like the landscape paintings that are made for the films. So it really inspired me to have a little go, and I painted this dandelion one. And this was all about foraging dandelions and what you could use, or what you could like make with dandelions. And then because it was World Book Day in March, I also made a bookmark again. So I painted it, and I actually did collage for this one, and did like the bumblebee collage and the daisy. It is double-sided, or it was double-sided for the actual subscribers. And then I sort of hand laminated it and everything. But this was a tester one again, so I'm just going to use that one for the sake of my actual sketchbook page. And then sticker-wise, it was, I had the stickers. There you go. Oh, there's one here. It was the brimstone yellow butterfly. And I painted that one again and ordered it from my sticker guy. And this was because we have brimstone butterflies, the first butterflies that start to emerge in March. So yeah, these are eco-friendly stickers as well. And I feel like there was something else that I did. No, I think that was it. And the envelope was purple this month in March. So it all kind of looks quite cohesive. So like purples and yellows. So I'm going to print off the letter and everything that I put with it, and grab an envelope too, so that I can put it all in there, and then we'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So you might hear my printer in the background. I'm actually printing this month's envelopes off for my blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm so rubbish at getting my words out. I had a baby. He's nearly 1 now, but the baby brain is real, and I forget words halfway through sentences. So I apologise if my words seem a bit all over the place. Right, so I'm going to start putting this together. I just kind of do it. However, I can never quite decide. I'll need somewhere for my letter to go, so now in a minute. That, and my letter can go there. Lovely. So for March, I think I went through all of it, and then I did the same colour, like a gold wax seal, but for this month, so I bought like a wax seal candle. I don't think I have any left, but you'd like light it like a candle and sort of pour it on. And I've actually had to get one of these little wax seal pot things now and I've got lots of different colours now as well, which is quite nice. So I can match that to this month's April's theme. But I bought that because last month when I was doing my wax seals, the actual wax caught fire, and as I was pouring it onto the vellum to like seal it up, the wax was like on fire on top of the mail club package, so nearly set fire to my actual mail club work. So I decided that I needed to get something a little bit safer. But it's also nice to be able to do different colours. So for April, the theme is wildflowers, and I actually put a poll out on my Instagram for subscribers to pick what they'd like, and everybody wanted wildflowers for this month. And so the colour scheme for this month is like a yellow. It's a yellow envelope, but the paintings are actually more green, to be honest. But I don't know, April just felt like a yellow month. There's also lots of folklore about like colours and things. There's different, it's not really folklore, I suppose, it's more like different meanings for colours, which is quite interesting. So I quite like that I'm setting a bit of a colour theme for each month. Okay, so let's stick that down. I really got into this painting on raw canvas. It was a few years ago now, and I don't really know how I really actually got into it. Just realised I'm not actually wearing my microphone, so hopefully that's come out all right. I might just leave it there, actually. Might be better there. And I painted some blackberries. I'd taken, so I'm actually a photographer originally. Started photography nearly 20 years ago now, and I've done all sorts of different photography, but nature photography is really what I come back to. And if I could make a living with nature photography, I would be very, very happy. And then I would, I don't really know how to get into that. So I just do it it's more of a hobby. But I took this photo of these blackberries whilst we were out blackberry picking, and it came out really well. So I thought I'll have a go at painting it, and I have actually sold that original painting now, so I can't show you. But it was one of my favourite paintings I've ever done, and so that's kind of where it all came from. So I did this painting of blackberries, and I decided that I wanted to make a calendar, and I wanted to try and do some more paintings in the same style as the blackberries. And so the next one I did was of some tomatoes, and the tomatoes were actually a photo that I'd taken. This one was just on my phone, as my friend had the most perfect little bunch of tomatoes in her allotment. And so I tried to paint those, and they came out really well. And I was just really pleased with just how it was all kind of turning out. So that's kind of where it came from. And then that was actually, the tomatoes were fairly recent, but the blackberries were a couple of years ago, and I never really came back to it until recently. And it's just, yeah, grown from there. And I feel like a lot of the time you kind of look at a lot of other people's work, and I feel really inspired by it, but I love their work so much that I feel like I'm not creating something that's mine. When I'm inspired just by other people. So it's nice to kind of come away and be inspired by my own photography. So I like to use my own photography for this work as well. So I've been trying to go out and photograph the things that I'm painting. So for instance, I went out and photographed crocuses, and I used that as my inspiration. I had some photographs of snowdrops that I used for inspiration for February. This month, the wildflowers, I don't actually have any photos of wildflowers, so I couldn't use my own photos for inspiration. But I did use the Studio Ghibli for inspiration for that one, and also another piece of art that I'd created right at the very beginning of my kind of art journey. So I used that as inspiration for the sticker. So yeah, so it's just been really, really lovely to just create and having a monthly project, something that people are paying me to do. So I have to keep inspired and keep going with it. And it's just been the most amazing thing for my creativity, because I just feel like I'm looking all the time. When I'm out and about, I actually work in forest as well 1 day a week. And I like to take photos on my lunch break, so I'll go around and take photos of all the things in the forest and listen to the birds and things, and just it really makes you notice. And I guess that's kind of what I want from my mail club. That's what I want to give to other people, is this kind of feeling that you can go out and just go and notice all the things that I'm talking about. So go and have a look at the wildflowers, and the sticker for April is the wren, and I just want to get people out and looking for these things as well. So yeah, it's just been really lovely. So this is March. I've not stuck that one in. I'm really pleased with these stickers as well. I ordered them. I'd love to make my own stickers, but I don't think I would ever have the time and the patience for it, because it involves a lot of work with the learning a new system as well. And so I found actually a local company that makes stickers, and these are eco-friendly stickers. So they're not the ones that you would put in your compost, but they are biodegradable, and they're really, really good. They're really what's the word? They're really, I can't think of the word. See what I mean by the baby brain? They're really hardy. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's kind of the same sort of thing. They're quite hardy, and each month I swap the sticker out and put one on the back of my phone. So I've had the butterfly one on the back of my phone, and it's lasted about a month, which for someone whose kids go on my phone all the time, I've used, it's in and out of my pocket all the time. They're really durable. That's the word I'm looking for. I also stuck one to my water bottle and put it in the washing machine by accident, and it's still there. So really, really good stickers, but they are eco-friendly as well, which I really love. Okay, so that is March. So I'll print out my letter as well and pop that there. And then for March, I had 10 subscribers. So I'd love to get to, I feel like 50 would be a really nice kind of point where it feels like it's a really good monthly amount of profit to make from it, to sort of like almost pay myself, because at the moment the cost of everything, and I could do a cost video if anybody was interested, but the cost of everything, um, I think I'm probably about breaking even at the moment. So because you have to order things in bulk, you need the more subscribers to be able to actually start making profit. But you also have to spend money to make money, as they say. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So then we move into April, which is this month, and what I'm aiming to do each month is to have you sign up in the month before. So for April, you would sign up between sort of like the 1st and the 31st of March, or the 28th, I think I picked, and then you would receive April's mail. So once everybody subscribed by the 28th of the month, I would then get everything packaged and sent out ASAP at the beginning of the month, because it's all about that month. I want people to have it at the start of the month. So far, it's been a bit tricky because I kind of like, I started in February and I got it all out in February, and it was all, I think I rushed it a bit, but I'd already painted what I wanted for February, so I couldn't really, because it is a month by month seasonal thing, you can't really send snowdrops in, say, May, so I couldn't postpone it. And I've not really hit the ground running, and I've not really caught up yet. So I'm trying to get a couple of months in advance when I've got the time to sit back and actually, paint a few months of paintings and get it all ready, and then I can kind of catch up. But I'm pretty much there with April. I've just got to print everything off and get it sent out in the post. So I'm hoping to get that done this week. But April's mail, so the vellum for this month is this leafy pattern. And then the sticker is a little wren. So, a little wren. And this was painted in acrylic gouache, I think. The wren. And then let me find the print. So I actually went a little bit off my usual with this month, because I originally painted this one, which was inspired by another painting that I'd done, and I really liked it. But then I got inspired by my book with all the landscape paintings in, and so I painted this one. And I loved it so much that I just felt like I didn't know what to do. So I did put it out to my subscribers and asked what they would like. And then everybody was so, so kind. Like the messages and the emails that I had from everybody, they were just really, really lovely. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to send both, because everybody's so lovely. So, and I thought it'd be a nice surprise to receive in the post. So I'm going to try and show you close up, because work doesn't quite want to focus, but I'll find the originals. But you can really see the textures on it, and I just love how you can really see the detail of the fabric. And I know a lot of artists prefer to kind of have a smooth surface. They gesso the canvas, and there's good reason to gesso the canvas. It gives you the smooth working area. But for me personally, I really love the texture. I really love tapestries. Um, and obviously they're not painted, they're sewn, so there's a lot more skill involved in actually sewing a tapestry, but I loved it that you can get the effect of the tapestry. Oh, here are the originals. So I paint them a little bit bigger, but not much. And again, the colours are slightly different. So the paints I use are a little warmer. And I've actually decided to go slightly cooler. I might warm these up for the actual things, prints I print out for subscribers, but you can't really, it's not really giving you a very good there. I'm not going to have enough room, I don't think, to put these on. I might have to sort of do a one, the original, and you can kind of lift it up like that. So that's that. And then the extra, I haven't printed off the extra this month yet, or the letter. I haven't actually finished writing the letter. I was doing that just a minute ago. And we've got the yellow envelope. So it's a bit more, it's not really cohesive in the sense that everything is yellow, but I'm going to do a yellow wax seal on this so that goes as well. Yeah, so that's where I'm at for April. And that is my mail club so far. I've started painting May as well, and the things that I'm talking about in May are going to be birds, because in May, I can't remember which date it is, but it's National Dawn Chorus month, day even, and the Dawn Chorus is amazing to listen to. So if you can get up at dawn and open your window or get outside and listen to the birds, it's incredible. It is so loud, like you just wouldn't believe how loud it is at that time in the morning. So that's what a May is going to be all about. And there are actually a few different bits in May, a couple of different days. There's World Bee Day as well, and Garden Wildlife Week too. So that would be a really, really cool one to celebrate. So yeah, that's as far as I've gotten so far. I might try and do a little video on like costs and things, because I kind of need to go over that myself anyway. But it'd be good to kind of show you all of that kind of side of it as well. And yeah, if you've got any questions at all, let me know below. I'll put my website and everything below if you have a little look in there too at how to subscribe. And if you do want to subscribe, I would absolutely love you to join. And yeah, that's everything.